Shenanigans at every corner, sarcasm my holy sermon in style. Dark chocolate, melted chaos warmer. Fighting this timeline with snark. Every soul welcome but no recorders. Baptized by laughter in the dark. We stand tall, scorning fake orders. In the church of glory rise, with chaos and shenanigans bright. Chocolate and sarcasm uprise. Together we light up the night.
You guys have no idea how proud I am when I see the dancing chocolate guy, because I was able to do animation on a very limited level for that intro. So, it always makes me proud. But someone who is not very proud right now is, well, Mr. Wade Wilson. We do have the, blackboard of knowing things. So we do have that going for more reasons why Mr. Wilson might be in jail, because he is a bit confused. Thus far, our blackboard of knowing stuff, our blackboard of knowledge, has that he was in a house that wasn't his own. He had stolen 2 cars. He wasn't even wearing clothes that were his. Somehow a firearm got, misplaced. And oh dear, he got into a fight with his, I guess, main girlfriend, his lead girlfriend. I don't know how he categorizes his harem. But again, public service announcement for those women who unfortunately dated and or had the smexy time with Mr. Wilson. Get yourself tested and rethink a lot of life choices. Look, we've all made that really bad choice. He's handsome-ish, and after 4 bottles of vodka, I'm sure he is a peach to be around. But go get tested. We are going to jump right on into this since I have, it is cold and flu seasons. Have your supplies ready, everyone. The creeping crud is going around the, Mo house. So have your supplies ready to go so you don't have to be like Mo and go to Walmart when you don't feel like it because you're too cheap to pay the $10 a year to get your groceries delivered. And you like grocery stores for some reason. So anyways, let's get into this. I think I'm the only person that enjoys going to Walmart. So anyways, let's get into this. Because Mr. Wilson is not happy that Ned Flanders is simply reading what might be the reasons for him being in jail.
I'm not worried about it. I don't really care. I'm really not.
No, there's the burglary to their residence. It's a 3rd-degree felony.
Oh, man.
Aren't you on probation right now? I think you have some papers. So was it 2021 or? I think it's either 2021 or 2022. Which isn't that long. I mean, it's a year and a half or whatever.
I am getting steadily more pissed off for the guy that he stole the clothes from. Because here you have this guy, and I'm guessing he didn't grab boxers. So Mr. Wade is not only a terrible individual, but he's also freeballing in your shorts. I would be pissed off. I would have said, I think I would sue the police for not getting him into one of them paper jumpsuits that they got for Courtney Clenny, because you're going to have to burn those clothes. Those clothes have now become imbued with evil and douche. It's really sad. He is actively now sweating probably buckets in those clothes.
Yeah, it looks like she dropped those, so it doesn't matter. Are you curious to know how she died?
Hey, I'm just saying no one wants to tackle the nudist. I mean, you don't see a bunch of cops running. It's always that crazy rookie cop that has to take care of the nudist guy. I'm just saying, I am not a lawyer or a life coach, but it does seem like there is a little bit of a hesitation to tackle the naked dude with some, crazy shenanigans going on. Is it a strategy that's going to work for you 100% of the time? I don't know. But it could. And also we need those videos. So come on. I am not encouraging anyone to be nude and commit a crime. If you would like to be a nudist, I have some questions. Like, do you take a complimentary napkin everywhere you go or a towel to put down on the bench seats? I feel like there has to be some courtesy. Like, is it bring your own, like, butt juice wiper kind of thing? I don't know. Nudists, feel free to comment in the comment section and or chat to explain how I am wrong and very offensive. I will take every single one of your comments to heart. I promise. Do you ever have a Monday, y'all? This is totally off tangent, but do you ever just have a Monday where you embody, I think Peter from Office Space, and you just wonder, like, if anyone would come up to you and say, "Are you having a case of the Mondays?" And then the Dwayne, I think his construction guy, was like, "No, I think that would get someone punched in the face." I mean, if you've ever had a Monday where you're pretty sure that you would react more like Dwayne, that's kind of the Monday I'm having this morning. But my greatest wisdom as not a life coach is when you have a day that has gone full Monday, just surrender. Expect everything to take at least 20 times longer. Dingus the cat nearly unalived me as I was trying to get laundry done because his favorite thing to do is to watch as the laundry tumbles, since we have a forward-facing thing. So I am trying to run, and he's trying to run ahead of me because he's like, "Oh my God, she's going to put on my favorite show. She really is. How dare she take so long?" And I'm trying to trying to take this big thing of laundry and put it in. And then he wants to jump in the wash machine. And I was like, "No, out." And then he kept like batting the door shut as I'm trying to put the laundry sprinkles in. And I'm like, "Yes, Dingus, I will get your show on. Could you please try not to unalive me in the way? Because I cannot see you underfoot. And then you cry when I step on you. Could we just work out a plan?" That is the kind of morning that you have walked in on. And I'm getting a little bit of schadenfreude that I'm having a better day than Wade Wilson is contemporaneously in this interrogation. So yes, I watch interrogations of the worst times of people's lives to feel better on a Monday. That's how I roll. I said I was Sailor Mo, queen of the pettyverse, and I am here for the petty.
No, you probably already know.
How'd she die? Huh?
Sorry?
How'd she die, little dick man? How'd she die? Just go ahead and tell me, since you're the one that you think I did it, and you think that I have no care. How'd she die?
Oh, I think you do.
Tell me, how'd she die?
Very similarly to these reports.
Actually, just mention. Just tell me. I don't want you to mention me. Just tell me how she died.
I won't mention you. I'll read this to you because it's very similar.
Cool. How'd she die?
No, but let me read this charge or this allegation, and then
Okay.
I'll explain it to you.
Mr. Wilson, what he's telling you is that how she died, the MO, if you will, the modus operandi of how she died, will be explained to you in this paragraph. If you could just wait. And I love how Mr. Wilson is like, "Well, you tell me and we both know. Did Sarah have a love child with a bad attitude with someone else?" Because I feel a lot of Boone energy coming out of this man. Tell me and we both know. I mean, do we know, were there recordings of this? Because I feel like he'd be one that would record this stuff. I mean, he's all about the good choices, like the skeleton face tattoo.
Since you asked.
No, you asked me.
He attacked me, attempted to strangle me.
What is this? Is this how the girl died? No, how did the girl die?
We're getting there. Because it's almost identical to this.
Never mind, bro. Why don't you tell me about it?
Forced me to have sex with him, kept me bound, choked me, sexually battered me. But I think she dropped these. I'm not sure. I can't. It's hard. There's a lot of pages here.
I love this. I love this detective because I would go in and I love to read people's ridiculousness. I'd be like, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. You claimed you were on the way to church and somehow accidentally stole a car. This is hilarious. Did you think that would work? I would be the wrong detective to send in here because I would start laughing my behind off versus maybe being nice. This detective is like Ned Flanders and Mr. Rogers had an illegitimate love child somehow. And he's just like, well, that's interesting. Turn the page.
Much.
He really did. Quiet reading time brought to you by this detective. Let's see if quiet reading time.
Well, it's the little things that add up.
Cool.
And Wade, you know about little things, right? From this report, they said all of 3.5 inches could barely feel it. Worst 30 seconds of my entire life. I'm just kidding. I added that. That is all in mental speculation, but this man is a gross human being who has been adjudicated as such. Alice G. I don't know. I am going into this blind. There are so many cases, so many cases all around that I didn't really, a lot of people have covered, and I know Sal's done a wonderful job. He's doing all of the phone calls and things like that, and I want to jump in with him. But there are so many cases. So I'm starting with the interrogation, and then I thought I'd watch the case in kind of a retro react because I have limited time. So I don't even know. I believe it was almost 72 hours. But I really like going in, not knowing a whole bunch on cases and cases that people have very firm opinions about, because I feel like, okay, well, I know what most of the internet thinks on both sides. Where do I fall? And that's kind of where I found my niche, I think, sort of. I'm 1.5 years into this. I'm sort of trying to find my groove, but that's kind of what is interesting me. And in order to keep this going and have kind of a set schedule, we'll do these kind of cases. I will be tag teaming the Sarah Boone case with Squid Pro Quo, but it's just a way to, again, do some things that I like and are interested in, and without such a time crunch as having to watch the trial as it's going, because I do know I fail out loud at that. So this way I can sort of do both.
I don't care, man.
So the keys prove it.
When I lock a door, guess what? Here's the top lock, here's the bottom. All you do is turn the bottom. You don't need the key.
Well, on
Sure, so
this house,
inside
it's
the you know
different.
everything.
Well, this house, the deadbolt was thrown.
Ask the last person who left. I don't know, so. Don't know what to tell you.
That would be you,
I don't know.
because the video across the street shows it.
You just want to talk to me. You love me.
No, I'm just saying, the girl that you said was sleeping on the couch,
When you're a faggot or something, you just want to talk. I don't want to talk to you, bro.
just letting you know, you said she was still
I
there.
don't need to know too much. It's not my business.
It isn't your business being accused of killing.
Oh my God. Are we going to have another moment where Sarah Boone's lady detective, Detective Candy, says, you want me to tell you how not to be accused of, murder? Now, the only thing I will say in regards to his defense, I do think the defense might have a point here if he is continually saying he's tired and, laying his head on the table like he's going to be picked for 7-Up. Which my boys have told me is the worst game ever. 7-Up is terrible, and they hate playing it when their teachers get like a fun game. They're like, we hate 7-Up. But the defense could have a point. They're continuing to talk to him without letting him have rest. Since he's been adjudicated guilty and is currently on death row, I don't think it really worked. But I do think that the defense could have a slight bit of a thing here, because I do think at 2:30 2:30 in the morning, I would not be as sharp, but I would be awake and ready to go at 4:20. That's when I wake up. God bless you, Bob Marley, I guess. But yeah, they do. I would think they would have a point with sleep deprivation. But again, as we know how this trial worked out, I don't think. I missed him ripping ass. Well, dang it.
Someone?
I know I'm not.
Just more people that we would like to talk to, just to see
I do
if
say
they
I
have
love
any
it.
information about what happened that day.
I love when the defendant's digestive system has realized that the gig is up, and they are like, look, we the intestines, the third party intervener intestines and digestive tract of Wade Wilson would like to get GTFO because, he's going down and we won't be with him. Also, he fed us Taco Bell last night. We must be evacuated.
I think is your dad, the guy at the tow place, which I forget his first name. The girlfriend.
And kudos on the dad. I mean, again, I know there is a history of, I believe, his biological father giving him up because he was in no way able at 14 and I think 13, from what I learned in the last part of the interrogation. Kudos on his dad for turning him in, for making a safer, experience for both the officers and his son. Regardless of what he thinks, he probably saved his son by telling, where he was and not allowing him to sort of bunker in. So good on dad, even though that probably had to be one of the hardest things he did. No, darn you. Why are you such a pain in my behind button that only works when I click it?
Took about 12 hours, but in the end, you're here.
Good morning from India.
A lot of people helped us, so I don't want you to think we did it all ourselves. Without the public's help, most crimes we can get solved. And they were very helpful in this case.
I love Mr. Rogers, Ned Flanders clone. He's like, because of the good service and support from people like you and PBS viewers, we caught this criminal, and you're getting an umbrella. I always hated those telethons. You just wanted to watch Arthur. You just wanted to watch, DW get into trouble with the Tibble twins. And it was always, well, now we need to pay for this. I was like, wait a minute. I'm a kid. I can't pay for anything. Let me watch Arthur and be done. And Zaboomafoo. Damn you.
Neighbors, concerned citizens, friends, and then the physical evidence helps corroborate all that. The forensic tech should be here shortly. We'll execute the DNA warrant. And then book you and take you over to the Lee County Jail. I do want to find you at least something to throw on. Did you need another water or anything?
He's like, I don't need water. I need an assistant
You got
plan.
it. I'll be right back. See if we can get you an item to wear.
Oh, he managed to.
The shoes aren't yours then either, right?
All this shit's mine. I'm just bullshitting. But if you want me to change, I can. All this is mine.
Well, I'm confused now.
I'm a liar, though, right?
No, sir. This is not the time to play I am smarter than the cops. This is all someone else's stuff that you are putting all of your various bodily secretions on. Again, if I were the judge, you would get the harshest sentence for probably not stealing any underpants but wearing another person's shorts. You really would. Which is why I should never have power beyond the internet. Because could you imagine? You stole someone's pants and were free? Captain Commando in them? Absolutely not. Hard labor, 30 years. Same goes for people that try on the swimsuits without or taking off that little utila liner. No, straight to jail. All of them. Also, why would you try on swimsuits in the look? I have a lot of body positivity and, well, the mirror of shame issues. This is not the time to try your thespian skills, sir. We all know you're a liar. True. They'll be like, did I hit a deer? That was definitely a shark that turned out to not be.
All right?
Are you lying that you didn't?
Listen, I'm going to tell you like
trying to
this.
figure out the
Suck my dick, cracker. How about that? I'll see you in trial. Suck.
Well, now, as a third-party intervener analyst, I don't think that asking anyone to take any of your appendages or comparing them to a saltine is going to help your case. But it is an interesting legal motion, and we will see how this one goes. Also, don't be mean to Mr. Ned Flanders. He has done nothing but read your prison thing. Yeah. Do you guys know it wasn't until I was 20 and I am such a goody two shoes, like uber Catholic guilt. I still carry around like 90 pounds of original sin somewhere around here. Everywhere I go, I just backpack it on. But I did not remove tags from the mattresses until I married Mr. Moe, because I was always sure that the moment I would remove the tag from the mattress, the entire federal department of California would come to my house and be like, we're taking the kids. She removed a mattress tag. Like the things I decide to get really weird about, I can't even explain to you. Mr. Moe's like, seriously, it's a mattress tag. It's only in California. You can take it off. And I was like, okay, if we get raided by the feds, I'm telling them you did it. Like, we're not doing this Adam and Eve thing. I am throwing you under the bus, sir. Your officerness, he was the one that told me I could take the tag off. So there you go. Weird things about Mo you didn't know. But I didn't know that this was a motion that I could possibly go and do. So if ever arrested, if rack of justice doesn't work, I will be posting this motion as my next move.
Suck my dick, bitch.
The items you wear,
That.
they belong to you or they don't?
They do.
Before you said they did.
I'm a liar, right?
I never said you were lying, did
I
I?
do.
I'm asking you about the clothes. I've
Suck
never
my
said
dick.
you were a liar.
These are my clothes. Suck my dick.
To which the detective should probably say, I am neither inclined nor do I want to waste 30 seconds. The detective should have looked at him dead face and said, I need more than a mouthful in 30 seconds, and just walked away and kept the door open. That's how I would have rolled. But that's probably not professional. But that's how Mo would have ended that conversation.
Say one more comment. You're that typical, atypical, intelligent man. Go ahead, say one more comment because you are a little dick bitch. You have to say one more. Go ahead. I'll take you to trial, and we're gonna.
Mr. Wilson, I know you can only write what you know, but this is kind of a confessional here. Small peen, liar, little man. One man is curled up at a table trying to play 7-Up. The other man, his wife dressed him nicely and even ironed his pants. Who's winning here? I'm guessing guy who's standing up and gets to go home at the end of the night.
And I'll be proof. Go ahead. What do you want to say?
I wasn't going to say
anything. Nothing?
No.
Incredible.
Why would I say that?
I don't know. I usually would. Go ahead. One more.
One more why? I'm trying to figure out what you want me to say. Trying to figure out the close.
Whatever you want to fill your mouth with, whatever you want to fill your mouth with. Go do your job.
I can see the temper.
Sure, do your job, buddy.
You have one,
That doesn't flare me up.
No, and clearly you have a temper. There's no.
Sure. With your bodyguards, you can say whatever you want.
It's not a matter of saying whatever I want.
Yeah,
They're here
with
to
your bodyguards, you can say whatever
everybody's
you want. Yeah,
So
you should.
are you angry enough to? You saying you're angry enough to do something if they weren't here? You get angry that easily?
To you, sure.
Wow.
Yeah, I do.
So you do have a temper.
Don't prove it.
That's called threatening a police officer, not in the context of your other crimes, but as a budding lay tuber, I'm pretty sure that threatening the cops, not a good move. But again, this man has been through the system before and knows. Imagine being so much of an insufferable little peen that you don't fight about the fact that you unalive 3 people, but you want to be an absolute pedantic dick about the ownership of the clothes that you stole. Again, weird hill to die on, Mr. Wade, but I'm sure you'll have plenty of chances to push a boulder up a hill, Sisyphus style, in prison.
Prove it.
So I'm just curious.
Just go prove it, bud.
These reports,
Prove whatever you want.
where you beat women,
Go prove whatever you want.
true or not true?
Not true. Prove whatever you want.
Okay, that's fair. Thank you. You've been very
Suck
helpful.
my dick, bitch.
I also do want to comment, and this has been bothering me the whole interrogation, but who the hell spilled an entire orange Fanta 2-liter on this carpet? And God, I hope it was an orange Fanta 2-liter and not other rusty colored things. Well, from that would require him to remember statements that past Wade said, and he can't remember those. That's why he's a bad liar. Though I do think we need to add this particular conversation to the Blackboard of Knowing things. We will add that to the stage. We will put it in solo, and I think I'm just going to draw a saltine cracker and, well, a bowl of food, and we will all understand that he told the officer multiple times to eat something because he's Wade Wilson and he is lawful law extraordinaire. Let's see. Cracker, white. And then, well, a lovely bowl of ramen noodles, and I'm realizing that my camera is being an absolute butthole today. There we go. Focus, you stupid thing. But there you go. We have a cracker and a bowl of ramen noodles, and I am getting a camera that zooms when I get paid this month. I love how my studio is evolving, but that I'm relying on me for tech, and that's a terrible idea. from the outset. We should never do this. But we now do have a cracker and eat something. Let's see why he is being imprisoned. Oh, we did forget to add the fart. I will do that. I will not leave the board of knowledge, vacant of the fart. Little scent wiggles. All right. And we have the fart. I can't imagine why Mr. Wilson is in prison to this day. I know someday they're going to have me on Blue's Clues Mo style. Can you imagine? I'd be so excited. I'd be like, okay, kids, or okay, parents, today we're just going to try to survive without becoming day drinking alcoholics. We're going to picture what our kids did on the board of knowing things and how we remained, goodish parents during the day. Just like little badges, you earn like a little shot of whiskey or, you get to say a curse word in your closet, hiding that your 4-year-old hears you, and now it's its new favorite word. Actually, I think everyone would just be sad if we did that. All right, let's continue. He is given the motion to eat his, appendage and called the officer a saltine cracker. He's doing really well. His defense attorney is like, you're an all-star. What was he crying? D is for dumbass, which is what this man is, or douche king. I'm going with D is for douche king. Welcome, Lexi. I am still wondering if I can get a FOIA for what exactly happened to this carpet, because it really is bothering me. I'm like, who spilled an entire orange Fanta on the floor? Because God, I'm hoping it was orange Fanta. Okay. Oh, he's gonna pray for himself. Let's hear Wade Wilson's private talk with God. God would not like to be included in this collect call from the prison. Morning Star.
Seems like it. We'd be chipping away with the chisel at home.
Take this out of your picture.
Oh, so it's the cops
Take it
talking.
out of the race.
I will say that I find this to be a really interesting idea, but it definitely does add into that sort of anxiety, feeling like, they've got all the power, they have figured everything out. So they are building and ratcheting up the tension. Lexi, absolutely. We need to name and shame the person that did not even bother to clean up this carpet well. Look, we are slowly but surely getting rid of all carpet in Mo's house. And to say that this carpet looks pristine versus my house is not even a second chance. I mean, the carpet between 6 children, 5 cats, 1 dog who is no longer with us, and did I mention 6 children? Our carpet looks like it has full blown leprosy at this point. So we are slowly but surely getting all of that taken out. So this offends me on a level of you have carpet and you have adults. How can you not keep it clean? To be fair, I am the source of many, many carpet issues because I have sort of on my left side, my left side isn't always affected, but on certain really bad days, I'm getting used to not picking things up with my left. Yeah, my carpet had dysentery. It never stood a chance. We have a lake next to our house, and I wanted to do a Viking funeral for it, light it on fire as it floats away for a good service. But the HOA said no. but they're asses. I mean, really, I think that this carpet, after surviving all of us for several years, should at least get a good Viking funeral pyre. But no, we just took it to the dump like a-holes.
No, that's right.
Yeah. When we first got that, Craig got that piece of paper, and he got like the 6 cents. He's like, "Is this it?" He was like so defeated. He's like, everyone's so excited about the dreams of your 6 cents. He's like, "Oh, yes." That's all I'm saying. Like, that was city.
Yeah, that's not.
I will say this is atypical. Usually they shut the door, the officer goes out, and they do whatever officerness. For me, it would be like to decompress and laugh at stupidity. Oh, no, it was the HOA. Mr. Mo was fully on board with most of my plans to use holy fire on this, well, probably possessed carpet at this point. But they wouldn't let us burn it in the pond to return it, to God and DuPont in style. They're so mean. People should definitely take all of my suggestions and do them.
That wasn't the step. That was just the city agreeing to the.
You make more now than I have the past 6 years.
Let's not talk about that.
Hope you feel good about that one. Motherfucker.
Uh-oh. Ned Flanders about to say, well, gosh darn it, you've been making more than me. We're about to get a gosh darn it out of Mr. Flanders over here.
Say like I've been getting a lot of the looks from the senior officer. Like, I didn't choose it.
You guys came at a good time. You really did.
But the biggest thing is you guys.
I know, we'd be such a cool neighborhood if we allowed
Okay,
Viking
like
funerals
20 to
for
30
things.
officers. So I'm just happy I'm able to. Because you guys picked me up on the last day.
Just make sure you pass, really. Just
Well, your guy was on that made that happen.
here.
Alan Breezy said he'll give me through 2, so that should be alright.
You're doing all right. You'll be all right.
I know.
Like I said, yeah. Also, shoot.
That seems
Let's
to be
go
the
put
only
caps and everything.
inconsistencies with the same problem.
Give a eulogy, all of
I
that.
think, as someone has put it in one of my DORs, takes constructive criticism well. Good. Well, as was our Devon said. So we'll see. I just want to learn and I want to help. That's all I want to do.
They really are. I think we need, okay, as we are here now on my favorite subject of making fun of HOAs, I think there needs to be a deep and, well, not intrusive. Okay, maybe sort of intrusive for some of the HOA. We need deep psychological study of people who willingly join the HOAs. Because I feel like this is something that needs to be monitored and checked out. Apparently he has a harem. I don't know why. Women, there are men out there who aren't in prison. Newsflash. You don't have to buy them Hostess and Twinkies on commissary.
It's like 30.
All right. Are they just talking about their salaries without him? And I do take back my ratcheting up the intensity comment, because I thought that they were speaking about the case and how brick by brick they were bringing it in, but they turned out to just be talking shop. And that just seems annoying to me. Now, if they want him to get annoyed to show that temper, then maybe that's why they're doing this. Ew. I really do need to get to work on setting up that Wyoming commune of introverts. I'm working on it. I just have to, also figure out how to mom and YouTube at the same time. But I'm going to make a Pinterest board. I really will. I don't know what those are, but I've heard that they motivate middle-aged, palish women for a cause. So I will be making a dream board about my commune in Wyoming of introverts. Poor Wade. He's just never going to be picked as one of the people for, what's up, 7 Up. So just going to sit there forever, never getting tapped on the shoulder until he gets to prison.
A live one. Hey, wait, when
Yeah.
forensics gets here, they're gonna do their thing.
So,
Then we're gonna put you downstairs. We have these like holding cells. We're gonna take off handcuffs.
okay.
There's a pisser right there. There's a water fountain.
Is there a bed? No.
There's a cement. There's a cement.
So, Star, I will tell you that I am diligently working on being more focused on my time management and actually having a schedule. It is very odd. I feel like I'm relearning things from my past and really having to adapt everything. So not to get into the nitty-gritty, but I've noticed that on days when, like today, it's rainy, it's overcast, and I didn't have a great day yesterday, I have noticed that if I don't take steps and really modify and adapt things around me to remind me, like I have alarms or different things on my phone, then I can get very sidetracked and much more ADHD than I normally would present. Just because my brain is using so much bandwidth to kind of say, okay, yeah, you're in pain, but we can do this, or we can block this off. So it is an all brand new kind of learning experience to work with a chronic illness. But I am finding that I do get peace and quiet, but I also need to learn how to best utilize my time. So that's something I've really been focused on working on here lately. I would, but it gets like a gajillion and 12, and freaking the trash cans melt into your freaking driveways. But let's get back on this. Well, apparently he's going to get new clothes, even though we are not sure the status of his clothes, but they're also going to take photographs. Now, Mr. Wilson doesn't seem shocked by this because I'm sure Mr. Wilson has been photographed for a mugshot many times.
And block that. Yeah. But it's
How
probably.
would you feel to get charged with manslaughter, bro? Isn't it? Bro, how the fuck would you?
I've never been in his shoes, bro. So I can't.
You never will be.
I never.
get
Well,
that,
I don't know
yes.
that. I've never been in his shoes, so unfortunately, I don't know how you feel.
Manslaughter, bro. Say I killed somebody just because he doesn't know who really did it.
Okay, wait. So, sir, manslaughter. You gave the hand hug to someone until they were no longer alive. You gave them a neck hug. That's not manslaughter. You don't accidentally slip and you think you're catching onto a limb and accidentally catch someone's neck and just squeeze until that particular person goes down too. Not sure how you're going to get manslaughter, but you did already have that whole, suck my appendage, saltine cracker motion. So there you go.
I ain't getting on to me.
This is all news to me, man. When I showed up, man.
I know it is, but I'm just letting you know. Just tell you.
Yeah, but Deadpool doesn't
man.
roll off the
I
tongue.
understand,
But like I said, man, I'm just trying to make this as easy as possible, man. We're gonna put you in there. They're
It's a
gonna
long
do.
time in prison, bro. It's not that easy.
Well, I'm just saying right now, man. I'm not saying that. But they're gonna do paperwork, man. You're gonna be in the cell. You're gonna be by yourself. You can take a shit, piss. There's a water fountain. And then when they're ready,
I kind of want to see him trying to do all three at once now that they said that. But, I mean, he's allowed to do all these things. I love that he's like, I'm facing a lot of time. And instead, these people annoy me, but you know the people that yell at the little frontline retail 18-year-old when they're really pissed off about a, change of policy or something that comes from the top? I distinctly dislike those people. You are yelling at someone who is just doing what corporate done told them to do. Go call corporate, Madam Karen, and Karen them. I am so beyond people that yell at little 18-year-olds, little frontline workers, like they're the one that put the policy in place. No, ma'am, if Victoria's Secret isn't honoring your Victoria's Secret mileage card or whatever it is, call corporate. Do not yell at poor little Lacey up here with 5 tattoos and, looks like she's just having a moment and having a bad day. I am a retail Karen Avenger. I do not like that. I used to work retail, so I am totally against Christmas carols except for the week of Christmas. If I have to hear Mariah Carey, NSYNC, the Spice Girls, let's see, the Hansons, Christmas songs one more flipping time, I'm gonna lose it. That's why I do the things I do, to avenge little retail Mo that had to listen to stuff. But he's over there telling the cop, like, I'm gonna be in prison a long time. Yes, this cop has nothing that he can do for you right now. You whining to him effectuates nothing. And I noticed that you're still not upset about the girl who died, that chick who died, whatever her name is, like you said. It is so chilling how certain groups of people can just use a person, and that person, once they're done, regardless of, whether they leave them injured or passed away dead, they don't matter anymore. And they barely mattered when, they were using them. This is the mindset that I will never understand, but really, really intrigues me. He's calm because he knows he's not going to get away with this. That is unfair. Now the song is starting in my head. Damn you, Bobby Baloney. Yeah, I do like his real estate agent cop. Like, and here we have an open concept. There are walls, but it's a cozy feeling. It's got your toilet, water fountain, and sink all in one area. We do have a lovely cement bed with a foam cover. So I like real estate agent cop. I think he's doing a great job. Welcome, Baker Raiders.
They're gonna
Do
transport you to the county.
it. Are you gonna transport?
Depending on what time it is,
Yeah.
probably, yeah.
Probably.
But
He was.
I don't mind doing it. I mean,
Cool.
We've been pretty cool with each other, so
Cool.
we get you in and out of there quicker.
We'll have it. Cool.
But they're just doing their thing, so we just gotta wait a little bit.
All right.
Welcome, Baker Raiders. We are watching the interrogation of Wade Wilson. I know nothing about this case. We will be watching then on either Monday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, or Tuesdays and Thursdays, depending. We will be watching his trial during the day as I do cross stitch. I do have things set up for when we get to the trial portion that I will be doing the court and cross stitch. But right now we are just doing interrogation watch. And this man has to be the biggest douche that ever douched. Now, our Blackboard of Knowing has listed the things that he could be in trouble for, because he does seem very confused about why he is even being talked to. And that includes he was found in a house that was not his own. He had 2 stolen cars. He got into a fight with his girlfriend. Even the clothes on his back are not his. Now, somewhere along the way, a force multiplier got lost. He got in a fight with his girlfriend. Over here, we've got a cracker and a bowl of ramen noodles because he invited the cop to do something for 30 seconds and called him a saltine cracker. He also, his entire digestive system, that is a fart on the bottom in the green, has decided to leave Wade Wilson's body because they're like, we are out as third-party digestive system for a person known as Wade Wilson. He is guilty AF, and we do not want to eat any concoctions of tuna fish, ramen noodles, and Cheetos. We can't do prison style again. We are leaving the building. So that's where we are at on this particular interrogation. I am your host, Mo, or better known as Sailor Mo, Empress of the Pettyverse. I am here to bring all of the snark and all of the petty to Mr. Wilson since he's already been adjudicated guilty. So I can bring all the petty. Well, I really couldn't put eat my rooster saltine cracker on there. My drawing skills are what they are. I think I accidentally skipped over because I didn't want to hear the cops talk about their pay increase. For some reason, that was boring me. And as a taxpayer, also pissing me off as they're talking about a pay increase when they could be interrogating someone.
Should have brought hot water. That's
Oh.
okay.
And I still contend we need to add at least a major felony for him. I'm guessing when he stole those shorts, he did not steal underpants. So he is going commando and getting all sorts of, well, himself on all of these clothes that he stole. That is absolutely a cardinal felony. I'm bringing back my old Catholicism. We're making it a cardinal felony, not a venial felony. There is not enough holy water and OxyClean to get all those clean. I would just burn those shorts, whoever has to get them back. I'm guessing he's resting. Mustang McCracken, I'm glad. Yes, I have been known to. So, for those of you who don't know the deep lore, my children are unintentional co-stars in nearly every stream, especially my my youngest most feral. Well, the youngest most feral and the middle most feral like to argue with each other all the time. And during one when I thought I had muted so I could go into mom mode, I had to yell, "Neither of you are adopted. I both had you. Stop." So yes, my kids come up with the craziest thing. If you need a laugh, I would recommend that you go watch the I'm Sorry Micro. I did my best. I'm trying to do some comedy, just videos where I just kind of go off and do wild feral stories, or I will have a new one on how Mo found her sexy and put it right back from Victoria's Secret coming out soon, as soon as I can get a couple minutes to put that one out there. It's all the embarrassing, but it's all the truthful. And if I can get a spot on Jay Leno, it'll all work out.
A second there one. It's nice and bright, and then just fold this piece.
And I'm sure all of you parents, I'm going to take the closed captions off. Okay, dismiss. I don't care. But I think we need the true and full body cam footage of whatever happened to this carpet, because this carpet is bothering me. I want the deep backstory of who spilt the entire gallon of orange drink on the floor. It is bothering me. No, he's not talking to himself. Those are the cops talking to each other. I don't know why this door is open.
It becomes thinner, much brighter, and it has a high, a low, and a stroke. It's my backup. Amazon.
Things that both Wade Wilson and P. Diddy know. High, it's a great one. It's got a high, low, and a strobe. Things that you could say about, a flashlight in P. Diddy's house. That is never going to get old. I am sorry, but I am 12 and a half years old. The P. Diddy jokes are never going to stop. They really aren't. I would love to say that I will mature and get better, but no. I'm telling, yeah, pretty much. I have spent more time trying to figure out what this stain is. That's okay. I barely think that my children listen to my stuff either, so it works. I'm telling you, it's like we've been primed and ready. We fought through the first meme war, kiddos. We are here and ready for it.
Batteries comes with a battery that charges. So I plug it in every night, just in case this.
WTF am I okay, I will tell the hand job story, but WTF am I getting an Amazon review for a strobing flashlight, and God, I hope it's a strobing flashlight and not something else during this interrogation. But we will do the tangent engaged for the hand job story. It's been requested. If you are new here, you might be wondering, hand job story. Virginia Little, those were the police officers. And I think I skipped over the fart because I didn't realize, I was just getting tired of police chit chat. So I think I missed the fart. But the hand job story and the reason around it. So my oldest daughter, my oldest daughter is 18 and she's starting to look at college. And, you know, my boys who were 8 and 7 at the time were horrified at the thought of having to go to more school after being stuck in school for 12 years because it's the law and you would go to jail. And yes, I have said that. I have said, look, you have to go to school because I will go to jail. And they're like, but for how long? And I'm like, are you guys sending me the clink because you don't want to go to jail or to school? Like, first of all, I'm your mother and you should not want to send me to jail. But we had talked to the boys because I am a big proponent of working with your hands, vocational jobs. I've told all of my kiddos, boy, girl, whatever, I'm like, have a skill you can fall back on. Have a skill. I don't care if it's, you know, CNA. I don't care if you want to go into cosmetology. I don't care what you want to do. But if I had to go back and do something differently with my life, I would have gotten a vocation. I would have gotten some technical training. So we're doing all this that night. We are telling the boys about dirty jobs. We're showing them micro and how you can work with your hands. That's where we started. I would like to say that I am firmly for working with your hands, joining, you know, an apprenticeship of some kind. And I think we are doing a good job. I am filled with the righteousness of a parent who feels like they have done something good. And I am driving them to their Shiite Christian school where the girls can't wear any skirts that show their knees. So I am thinking I have done something good. I have shown my boys all about vocational schools that they don't really, you know, pimp out in schools. I'm doing great. And I'm on the freeway feeling the feeling of righteous motherhood, just, you know, and I'm slowly clued in to a conversation that is happening behind me. Now I'm only getting snippets, but it kind of alarms me when I'm hearing, yeah, hand jobs are great. I'm going to do so many hand jobs. Yeah, I'm going to tell my teacher about all the hand jobs I'm going to do. People who go to college are stupid. You should just do hand jobs. Now, this is the conversation I hear between my two children. And 90% of my brain has decided to roll on the ground laughing and will not render any sort of aid other than like wheezing and, you know, giggling, snot rolling out of her. Like, I cannot trust her for help. I am driving. And so I do not pull over immediately, but I'm like, no, it is work with your hands. And my youngest, most feral, cool as ever, is like, yeah, I shortened it. It's hand jobs. And I said, you will lose all of your pads. We don't say that. We don't tell people they're stupid for going to college and they should have just done hand jobs. Because I'm over here trying not to laugh because this is effing hilarious. What am I supposed to do? God, you know I am not mature. adulthood, parenthood is equals in my world looking around for a very mature adult to handle all these situations and realizing that I'm supposed to be that very mature adult. And I'm like, oh crap. Well, this is gonna be, did Futurama have an episode about this? Come on, Sailor Moon, help me out. So I am now like threatening to make my children Amish as we are driving to school, in that voice that you only use when you're out in public and you want to lose your damn mind. You know, I was like, you will never say this. Your father, you know, because you don't move your mouth because you don't want people to know that you're pissed off. But because, you know, the server will be, yes, we'd love an appetizer. I will take you out to that car. I've got 6 other kids. I don't think anyone's going to miss you, okay? Like, you go into that voice and then she comes back, oh, thanks, there's my margarita. You have no idea. I'm going to add another one to you. Sweetheart, just bless your heart. Just no, we are doing great here. If you could leave the table so I could continue to silently threaten my child to behave right, because we're going to end up doing a mortgage payment on this dinner, and I would like to at least enjoy one bite without yelling at people. Thank you, sweetie. Just keep the margaritas coming. I mean, we've all been there. So I send them to school, and I immediately call Mr. Mo, because these are now his children. I don't know how he did it. I don't know. I still contend that my youngest, most feral, is the product of 2 sperm. I only housed him because there is none of that child in me. I joke because there's a lot of him in me, but well, he got fairly big parts of his personality from me. Only he decides to be 11 all the time. So I call my husband and I said, I am done parenting today. If you see a credit card statement from a cruise company, it is not fraud. Let it go through. And he's like, what are you talking about? Why do you always start these calls at work with these sort of statements? You know, Mr. Mo is over here panicking, like, what the hell did I do? Did I do something in my dream? No. I said, your sons were talking about hand jobs all the way to school and how they were going to tell their teacher they were going to do so many hand jobs. So this is now a you problem. I totally quit. I am not here. I was like, God, I was trying to be good and send them away from college. What? So that is the hand job story. My, claim to fame is that all of my kids just take my parenting advice and turn it into whatever they think it is. But on the plus side, threats of almost becoming Amish did keep them from spreading the good news of hand jobs all around. I was waiting for a call from the pastor / principal. I was like, oh, fuck me. No offense. It wasn't an offer. It was just like, I don't even have time I can't even put the Marvin Gaye on myself and take 5 minutes with me. But I was trying to, when you hysterically compose what you're going to say to someone, should they call about something that you know is probably going to happen. So I already had my sort of, I'm very sorry, your pastor or principalness. We were teaching them about vocational, working with your hands kind of jobs. And my son decided to shorten it. And I did explain that it was very inappropriate and that those words together didn't mean what they thought he meant, but I didn't go on to explain what they meant. So, as I've always said, I'm just aiming for purgatory. Please don't call CPS. Thank you, God and Jesus. Goodbye. Like, we're only making them watch VeggieTales now, okay? I can only do so much. But that is the handjob story. There are more stories. There are all the stories. Having 6 children, again, parenthood for me equals looking around for like a really stable adult to answer questions and then realizing I'm supposed to be that adult, which is terrifying. Which is why I will never like mom influencers, because the mom influencers are all like, we do everything well. And I'm like, I am a hot mess express. I think one of my children is turning into a flying monkey. And, as long as I get them sort of out of school and somewhat functional, I tried, dang it. But yeah, kids will do and say in loud voices the most amazing things when you're there. And your job as a parent is to not laugh at hysterically funny things, because my youngest, most feral, knows I have a tell. I have this face, which is called, absolutely all caps, no filters. I am boldface all the time. So I have this face trying to tell them, you will never say the word hand job again. I will be telling this story when they get married. Yes, I will. I have it all planned. I will force my children, no matter who they marry, no matter who they love. I want to be able to tell this story to shame-embarrass them one day. Yeah. Keister Bunny, I try. I tell my husband, I'm like, one day I looked him dead in the eyes and I was like, I need your eyes for this. You were once a boy child. You were once a boy child. So I need to understand, are you hearing the words that are coming out of my mouth? And he's like, yes. And I was like, okay, so you functionally can take whatever comes out of my word hole and process it. And he's like, yes, I don't understand these questions. I'm sure you have a point. I was like, then you need to talk to your boy children. Again, they become his children depending on if I'm irritated. Because I keep saying things in a nice tone of voice and they keep ignoring them until Samuel L. Jackson's mom with dishes in the sink comes out. And then everyone thinks I'm yelling all the time. I'm like, no, nice mommy asked you 43 times. Then ticked mommy asked you about 15 times. Then sarcastic mommy asked you about 3 times. And then, now with me, this is my tell, but I'm like, is anyone listening to me? Now, this is your warning. The next mommy that comes out will be Samuel L. Jackson. Check with your local wife or significant other to find out what their warning sign is. But there is a warning sign. Like when I say, can anyone hear me? Am I speaking English right now? Now that is the tell. This is usually when Mr. Mo comes in and he's like, oh God, she's going to blow. Like he's got the hazmat suit on. He's approaching me in that bomb suit, and he's like, why don't you go sit down and I'll take care of this? And I'm like, okay, until he proceeds to get in trouble by saying, you are making your mother crazy and she's going to yell at me and I don't want to get yelled at. So then Samuel L. Jackson mommy has to go out because not only has my honor been offended, but Mr. Mo done screwed up by making me the mean one again. So then I decide to take on the mean one. And I'm like, because Samuel L. Jackson mommy comes out on very rare occasions. I mean, he was being honest, but for his safety, honesty should not be approached at the time when Samuel L. Jackson mommy is approaching. So Samuel L. Jackson mommy will start bringing things up from like 14 years ago and then go, and there's a Jenga pile here on the trash can. I know I am not the only one that sees this. I have meaning in my MFing life, so get those dishes done because I don't need to add meaning like this. Also, I know it's crazy, but you have a cripple ass mother. Could you not leave stuff on the floor? Every time I fall, it's another day of a flare pain. Could we take care of that? And also to whoever was the really big, good, awesome person who left a fork on the stairs. Yeah. And then of course, unfortunately, and truly, after Samuel L. Jackson mommy comes out, then it's guilt-ridden, you're always screaming mommy. Mustang McCracken, we all know it's true. Like stepdad, dad always steps in like, your mother is freaking crazy. Why are you testing her one nerve? Her one nerve. Hey, I have been tested only once, and I didn't even have a flip-flop on. This has turned into a Mo story time thing. I'm telling you, Puddletown, it's we even warned them, like, I'm getting really ticked off that no one's listening to me. If you would just do this. I am not a slave. I'm not a maid. I am your mother. I enjoy caring for you, but I need help. Look, men, let me boil this down for you because I want you guys have no messy feelings. I want you to understand how you can we women have a magical superpower where we can see the sink filled with dishes and automatically think it comes from a place of hate, malice, and disrespect. Now, I know this doesn't seem like a great superpower, but when you are on a tear, it is great to assign motives to these things that just are laziness or people don't notice. So it's not your wife's fault. She was just designed to add malice and motive to everything. You are already guilty. She just needs to find the crime.
No one ever goes.
Great playing 7 Up.
You keep that
So,
charge on the chart.
Sorry for the
Absolutely.
tangent, you
I
guys,
charge
but
everything.
the story was
Laptop.
requested.
'Cause I made one mistake and not charging my radio one day, and I.
Oh my gosh,
it
I don't want to
died
hear about your
30
Radio Shack
It was
adventures.
in your
Advisor.
the passenger advisory.
Yeah.
Just in case.
I think so. I was part of a government experiment.
I mean, if anything, nothing of mine is in your car.
My mom did 23andMe, and I kept waiting and hoping that I had alien DNA. I've I have given up on, trying to find uh my human place, but I swear I was left behind as an alien. They were like, "Oh crap, we're in a bad neighborhood." I got out to use the restroom. Mom and dad locked the spaceship door and they took off. I'm telling you. It's a good Mustang McCracken best story out there. Oh, yes.
Borrow my laptop.
Yeah.
So when we end for the night, I can take both our cameras,
Yeah.
turn in my stuff, and you can just leave.
Perfect.
Might just do it that way. 'Cause I always do it for night too. I just bring the camera in, dock it, and then go.
I don't want to
Makes
hear
it
about
easier
you
to
docking
get home.
anything. Can we hear about the crime and or
Everyone's got a
criminal?
family to go do.
I wish they did. I could use some wisdom some days. I'm trying to since this is going to be a shorter stream, I was trying to end on something, but not Radio Shack talk. As a public service aside, the creeping crud is coming into, the Mo clan, well, hovel or I guess house. So make sure that you're stocked up on your, family's go to flu and cold stuff. So you aren't that one hysterical woman with one flip flop, one slipper, a newborn, possibly foil, and looking for whatever it is you are supposed to be at Walmart for at 3 in the morning when everyone's sick. I am speaking from experience. You will come home with 3 bottles of wine, foil, forks for some reason, a package of scrunchie. If is the sarcastic cop the man that just talked to him, sort of? Because he was so nice. He was Mr. Rogers. Maybe I need to be in a better headspace to see it. I did like it. He annoyed him to the point of inviting him to munch on his member. But he was really he was like Ned Flanders and Mr. Rogers had a kid, raised him with good morals, and he doesn't even understand sarcasm. He's like, they aren't my clothes. No, they are my clothes. I'm a liar. I'm not. I think these detectives are oblivious. Now, I was hoping that they were keeping the door open to talk only about the case and then ratchet up that anxiety that they keep talking like, okay, we're picking up the pieces, this kind of thing. We have talks, we're being interviewing this person, this person. Yeah, and then he asks him if he's free balling in some other man's shorts, which again should be a death penalty thing if I were a judge, because gross. There's no amount of OxyClean and prayer that's going to get that out. They're just possessed now by douchery, and they must be burned in a Viking funeral on a lake, like my HOA just won't let me. But there you go. But do, on a serious note, have some stuff ready to go. Don't be that mom that's, out there at 3 a.m. And I know things are expensive, so if you pick up little bits of things here and there, I just don't want you guys to be out in Walmart with sick kiddos or sick yourself and you have to go out because, that's no fun. And definitely don't be me because, like I said, I came home, Mr. Mo sent me, and I was like, no, I can totally go. I'm awake. I just nursed youngest, most feral. You're sick. I will go. And I did actually bring home one cold medicine, but again, there are 3 bottles of wine. There was foil, there was a fork, there was a pack of scrunchies. I think there was a giant Hershey bar in there somewhere, and I did manage to get that, and I think a bunch of other random stuff. I am no longer allowed to go to Walmart at 3 a.m. because they're no longer open, which is upsetting. But that is going to be today's stream. I do have to take oldest to mature youngish women to the Minute Clinic to see if they've got strep. Now, as I have adopted nearly all of the internet, I will tell you guys, mom can't afford the real expensive toothbrushes for all of you. So we're getting the generic 50-pack toothbrushes, and you can put your own sticker on them. There are some things that are a bit different when you have a family of 8 people versus 2. I hope they don't have strep either, but it is one of those things. So I will be here for Nightly Newsy News. And like I said, housekeeping, I will be talking to Mr. Mo. We are looking at doing more family time in the evenings. So Nightly Newsy News will still happen, but it might be pre-recorded and I might be doing just a premiere with it. We're not sure, but we are going to be doing that. So I do want to keep you guys in the loop, or it might move up a bit. We're just not sure. I want to make it a family decision with him versus when I've tried to change things by myself in order to help. And then he's like, why didn't you ask me? I was like, well, I was assuming this would be good because of things you've said and I've remembered them. He's like, no, that's exactly not what I said. So we will be planning that out, but I did want to keep you guys abreast of a couple changes. There will still be content. There will still be Mo. It just will be maybe in a different format and not live, but that's not happening this week. But it might be happening towards the end of the week. So did want to let you know, and nothing serious is going on. I've just noticed a lot more back talking and maybe a shift of, attempting to be preteens when we're 8 years old. And I'm sorry, young ferals, but your twiglets and your berries have not descended. Do not try the bass voice with me. I am not the one, because my youngest, most feral told me no. And I was so shocked. I said, did you just try to put bass in your voice? Go to the corner. Anywho, I will see you guys this evening. Have a wonderful day. I do have a letter from the public for Sarah. I will try to work on that video, and then I will see you guys this evening. Thank you for joining. Let me see who I can send you to now that I am looking at stuff and pretending to be a functional human. Just pretending, though. We can do Manhunt in Alabama with Idic Mel, or there's Recovery Attic. I think I'll send you to the Manhunt, and you guys are free to go to Recovery Attic. But it looks like it started and it's live, so you guys can see a manhunt, which would be fun. Have a wonderful day. Be be kind to yourself, be kind to others. We are all simply adults looking for a wiser, more intelligent adult to solve all of our problems. So we are all fumbling around down here. So be kind to yourself and be kind to others. And don't yell at retail workers because that's just mean. Bye, you guys.